Okay, everybody, this is the very last lesson for this semester, and it's called Surface Area of Solids. I have three formulas that you're going to have to remember. The first is the surface area of a cylinder. Now, let me break this down what the surface area is. Surface area is the outside area all added together. So let's break this down. This is a circle on the bottom and a circle on the top. So the area of one circle is pi r squared. The area of another circle is pi r squared. If I add these two together, I get 2 pi r squared. So two areas of a circle. That is both the top and the bottom. Plus 2 pi rh. Now what this curved surface is, if you spread, this is a cylinder, and if you spread it out, it becomes 2 pi rh. So the top and the bottom and the lateral area together is called the surface area. This represents this part. The two circles represent the top and the bottom. Add these two together and you've got your full surface area of a cylinder. We're going to do a couple example questions on each one. Very first one we're going to do is, let's say we have a diameter of 2 inches. The height of the cylinder is 5 inches. And they want to know what's the area of this circle. So if I have two circles, think of it like this. Like this is my wife's beauty counter something. So anyways, here's your circle right here. Here's your circle right here. And all of this area all across this right here is this part. This circle plus this circle is two of those circles, two of the area of the circles, plus the whole thing if I were to unwrap it. That's what these are. So if I were to find the surface area of this, let's find the area of this circle. Don't worry about the rest of this piece, just this area of the circle. So if my diameter is 2 inches, my radius is 1 inch, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi times 1 squared, which is equal to pi. That's the area of this bottom circle, plus this top circle, which is another pi. Pi plus pi is 2 pi. That's the area of this and this. Plus 2 pi rh. 2 times pi times my radius, which is 1, times my height of 5. So I'm going to have 2 times pi times 1 times 5. I have 5 times 2, which is equal to 10 pi. This is 10 pi. 2 pi plus 10 pi is equal to 12 pi inches squared. That's the surface area. Sometimes they'll ask you to multiply the pi into it. Let's try this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to make this 4 pi. All right. Actually, not 4 pi, just 4. Sorry. Make it a little easier because we already did one with leaving pi. So 4 squared is 16 pi. That's the area of this one. But it's 2 of those areas of a circle because this is another 16 pi. So pi r squared is 16 pi times 2, or adding in the second one, is 32 pi. Plus pi times 2 times my radius of 4 times my height of 1. I know this isn't drawn to scale, but that's fine. 4 times 2 is 8 times 1 is 8 pi, giving me 40 pi. There's no unit of measure, so I would say units squared. There is the surface area of that cylinder. Okay, hopefully you guys followed me on that. If you have any questions, you can just kind of go back and rewind the video. The next one is surface area. Let me just do this to make it a little easier. There we go, that makes it a lot easier. Surface area of a sphere. This is like a ball, and it's 4 pi r squared. So let's take a surface area, let's try to find a surface area with a diameter of 6. Pause this and see if you can do this on your own. All right, well, let's see. If my diameter is 6, my radius is 3. So 4 times pi times 3 squared, which is 9, gives me 36 pi units squared. Simple. Okay, now let's have you guys try this. Try to find the surface area of this, and pause the video. The diameter is 4.6, and see if you can find the surface area. And just to let you know, most of you guys will get this wrong, and I'm going to show you why you're going to get this wrong in a second. But try to pause the video and see if you can do it. This is half of a sphere, which is called the hemisphere. All right, so if you paused it, this is probably what you guys did. You probably found the radius is equal to 2.3, which is fine. And I'm going to find the area of, I'm going to pretend I have a full sphere, and with a radius of 2.3, and then I'm just going to divide my answer by 2. So 4 times pi times 2.3 squared. Let me do that on my calculator. 4 times pi times 2.3 squared. It's going to give me 21.16 pi. There we go. This is wrong though, because I'm going to explain this to you. The surface area of a hemisphere is not 4 pi r squared. If you have half it, it's actually 3 pi r squared, because you have a full ball, boom, boom, and then you have that bottom circle. So this is 2 pi r squared plus the bottom circle of another pi r squared gives you 3 pi r squared. So the surface area of a hemisphere is always 3 pi r squared. So if I were to do that, I would do 2.3 squared times 3 is going to give me 15.87 units squared. That is the surface area of a hemisphere. Okay, now the very last one, and this is the last thing I'm going to teach you this year, actually, is the surface area of a cone. And it's the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, plus the area of the curved area that creates this cone, which is pi r. And just to let you know, this cursive L is the slant height. L is the slant height. So let's take a look at this. Let's try and find the surface area of this one. This is an easy one. It's the area of the circle, which if I have a circle at 5 inches, I have 25 pi plus the curved area around, which is pi times r, which is 5, pi times my radius times my slant height, which is 30 pi. 25 pi plus 30 pi is 55 pi inches squared, because it's inches. That's the surface area of this. All right, let's have you try this one. Pause the video and let's see if you can do this one. All right. If you pause it, let's see how you did. This is probably what most people did. They said the area of this bottom circle is pi times 3 squared, which is 9 pi. That's correct. Plus, this is probably what people did, which is wrong. Pi times my radius, which is 3, times my slant height, which they probably said was 4. And they probably said 3 times 4 is 12 pi. 9 pi plus 12 pi is going to give me 21 pi, which is wrong. Wonder where they went wrong. Well, this is your height. This L represents your slant height, which is this piece right here. So you would have to do the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Here is your slant height, 5. So it's going to be pi times 3, which is my radius, times not 4, because my slant height is 5. 5 times 3 is not 12 pi, but 15 pi. 9 pi plus 15 pi is 24 pi units squared. And that's the surface area.